everyone, welcome to another episode of Spill the Tea with Tommy D. This week we're going to do another tea from our friends at Tealyra. We are going to do, this is actually one of my favorites. This is the first tea I ever bought from Tealyra. It's called a Ginseng Oolong, also known as a Renshen Ginseng Oolong tea. Now what this one is really cool. So they take those oolong teas, it's a greener oolong, they're balled up into those tiny little pellets, and what they do is they coat it with a Asian ginseng and a Chinese vanilla. Vanilla's in parentheses, it's zhang cow? I'm not sure. So it's, again, oolong tea coated in vanilla and ginseng, and I love it because it looks like little tiny green rocks. So they just look like these little rocks, almost like dinosaur, like eggs. I don't know. I feel like I'm about to get attacked by a mother Tyrannosaurus Rex or something. You can see how they look. So looking at them again, they look like tiny green rocks, and it's because the coating of the ginseng and the vanilla powder is kind of like a shell around the oolong leaves, and it's really cool because I like. You'll see when we brew them, they start to open up and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, almost like they're cracking out of a shell. So smell-wise, you don't really smell too much of the oolong tea because of the coating. So it has a really nice combination of that sweetness from the vanilla, and then there is that bitterness from the ginseng. So it's like a sweet and bitter combination, maybe detecting just a hint of orchid aroma from the oolong tea leaves. But those flavors are going to really change when we start to brew this tea. This tea is really good. Oolong tends to have more of a medium caffeine to it, so the ginseng kind of gives it that added natural energy. So it's pretty good for a nice morning tea if you're into something a little sweeter. And not too bold like a black tea in the morning. So it says 1 to 1.5 teaspoons per 8 ounces of water, and the tea is going to be 195 because we don't want to burn those oolong tea leaves, and it's going to sit for 2 to 3 minutes. So what I did is I got about a 14-ounce mug here. I did 3 teaspoons, the 1.5, because I love to get the multiple infusions. And this tea is really good for that. So I'm going to pour my boiling water in to 1 ice cube. That is going to be my 195. So I'm going to let that crinkle, crackle, and go away. Got my 3 teaspoons here. Got my strainer. So again, this one's going to be good because that combination of the oolong tea and the ginseng is really good for mental alertness, gives you good energy. So it's a very, very nice, uplifting tea. I got my 2-minute timer here so I can do my multiple infusions, doing less time because I'm going to just do a couple more after this. Ice is melted. Let's get to it. Oolong is in. Boom. Alright, so TV is kind of on the downslope right now. Everyone's freaking out. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is over now. And listen, I never watched that show, but all I can say is they had, it was like 20 years or 14 years running with 20 seasons, and they also had more spin-offs than a dangerous carnival ride. So, I gotta say, like, I didn't like the show, it wasn't my thing, but like, dude, it was a good run. And things come to an end. So, good for them, I guess. I don't know. They did a lot of crazy things in these past years, but it doesn't really bother me. I did hear that Kim Kardashian said that she wouldn't be where she was today without this TV show. I kind of thought it was that other thing she did a little bit before that, but that's just me. Again, I also kind of live under a rock sometimes. Maybe they did a lot of important stuff on that show. I don't know. But the other big thing right now is everyone's freaking out about football. 'Tis the season, I guess. People are mad. People are mad that football players get paid more than the military, which is kind of dumb because the military gets paid by a government in taxes. If football players get paid by sponsorships and ticket sales. So if you're going to boycott it, like, yes, that's going to maybe make the football players' wages go down, but that's not going to change the military thing. If anything, we got to get the military some corporate sponsorships. Come on, let's go. Step up, Budweiser. Let's see them, with, I don't know, the Marines. Maybe if you get a Budweiser sponsorship, you get more people in there. I don't know. Let's see some Nike sponsorships on the uniforms. Maybe a gun or two. I don't know. That's kind of silly and ridiculous. And then the other thing people are really aggravated about is that people are mad about the kneeling in football games. So they're boycotting just the national anthem, which that's not how boycotts work. If you're going to boycott it, you can't boycott McDonald's and be like, yeah, but I'm still going to eat the chicken nuggets. I'm just not going to eat the rest of it. That's not how boycotts work. Also, all these people trying to boycott, they gotta step up because you know what? I don't watch football. I've been boycotting that for 29 years. So, get on my level. Alright, let's taste some Ginseng Oolong by Tealyra. We have our beautiful cup of ginseng or Renshen Ginseng Oolong. Let's get that right. So we can see the color is a nice brownish green. It's pretty cohesive with the oolong tea leaves. So let's smell it here. It almost has like an very like fresh, almost like an incense kind of aroma to it. The combination of the ginseng, the vanilla, and the orchid from all those three elements of the tea makes me wish I could take this and put it on a stick and burn it as an incense. Almost like a sage. I think that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like a if you ever see the hippies, they do that smudging ceremony. Kind of reminds me of that, the combination of the sage and stuff like that. Let's take a look at these leaves. This is my favorite part about the ginseng oolong. So, first infusion. This is a really great tea to experience those layers of the tea, when we talk about that. So, you can see the leaves, they start to as the leaf expands, it kind of cracks that shell of ginseng and vanilla and starts to expand. And then as you continue to brew this tea, you'll get less and less of the ginseng and the vanilla, and you'll just get more of that orchid oolong taste. So, most of the vanilla and ginseng is gone. After that first infusion, I do smell primarily oolong. So the tea leaves after the brewing, less ginseng, less vanilla, more oolong. This is just a plethora of aromas. I can't wait to try it. Hold on, I'm almost there. I got it. One more time. The sweetness from the vanilla is a little lighter than I expected. It's more of an undertone than the primary. I taste more of the orchid and the orchid from the oolong, and I taste a good amount of the ginseng. It's got a little bit of that bitterness. It's not overly bitter, and I think that's where the sweetness kind of cuts it. But the bitterness from you can taste the ginseng very primarily in this. Actually, on that sip, I got the vanilla. Top of the roof of the mouth, I get that sweetness from the vanilla. A little bit of that bitterness on the tongue, and a nice blend of that orchid. So, I was really excited to share this tea with you all. This is one of my favorites. I was so happy to get it again. I read about it in this one book, the first tea book I ever read. I saw a picture of it and was like, I gotta try that stuff. So, Ginseng Oolong, great for energy, mental awareness. It's going to be a delicious combination of vanilla and ginseng and orchid from the oolong. And you're going to get multiple steeps out of it. So, until next time, please like, share, subscribe. Give me some tea companies you've heard of. I got a couple down the pipeline, so we got a lot. But keep them coming. And keep drinking tea. And we'll see you on the next episode.